Right, let's go back to our top story of the hour, which is the Afya House scandal, where Bernard Mushere, the man who uncovered the multi-billion shilling scandal at the Ministry of Health this morning, appeared before the Senate Health Committee. But as I had earlier mentioned, we have latest developments from the National Assembly Health Committee. Let's speak to our reporter, Patrick. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us on Newsdesk. What are the latest developments? We hear about disgruntlement among members of the Health Committee on the stand or the position taken by the chairperson and the vice chairperson of that committee. Let us in on that. Well, Patrick, good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us. Give us the latest details from the National Assembly's Health Committee.
Thank you, Akisa. Indeed, here matters were a bit stormy a few minutes ago when members of the National Assembly's Health Committee demanded a list they'd signed seeking the ouster of the chairperson and vice chairperson of the committee after they raised dissatisfaction. From the members, it said that there was Thursday last week at least 20 members of parliament in that particular committee. Out of the 29 members, 20 had signed a petition seeking removal of the chair and vice chair. But come Tuesday, the Laikipia West MP, Mr. Mwangi, who was the custodian of the list, denied the existence of that particular list, raising the anger of members of that particular committee who demanded the list to be tabled. But as matters went over, it appears that the director of the committee, who is in charge of this, of the National Assembly's committee, did indicate that as far as she's concerned, she's heard of the existence of that particular list, but the list has not gotten to the desk of the clerk of the National Assembly, who will then fast-track the process of setting a day on when the members will present their petition before the committee and execute the necessary measures that will see either the chair or vice chair kicked out of the committee. So the clerk of the National Assembly is yet to receive that list of the petition that seeks the removal of Rachel Nyamai and Richard Bukose, because the matter arose last week when the members visited Mombasa to assess the 100 mobile clinics which were purchased at a cost of 10 billion shillings each. And during that particular meeting in Mombasa, it is alleged that the chairperson of the committee frustrated members from putting questions on whether those containers were worth value for the Kenyan taxpayer as far as the cost is concerned, because the containers came to the port, they are held at NYS Bay in Mombasa 1 year since they were imported into the country, and members wanted to know why they were not delivered to the various sites or various slum projects in the country where they were meant to benefit Kenyans. But then members were not very happy with the manner in which the chair and the vice chair did conduct the business. So Thursday last week they came up with a list and wanted them the chair to be ousted. And today morning, they said that before they can execute any business, they want to see the list tabled before they can make any progress on the matter. But then it was a stormy session, and with members trying to express their reasons on why the list has disappeared. But then the chair called to order members and said that it's better maybe they discuss those differences in a closed-door session. Akisa.
Now, Patrick, just before I let you go, the last time we were having this conversation, you had a number of those who had signed up that particular petition to oust the vice chairperson and the chairperson. At what number do we stand currently?
Indeed, as far as per the number of Thursday last week, it was said that 20 members had signed the list, and we've seen it even today that MP Fred Outa and Dr. James Nyikal say they appended their signatures to that particular list. They wanted that list tabled in order for members to canvass, because they say, maybe you remember last week there was talk that there was a lot of lobbying and canvassing, members from the Jubilee side being put under a lot of pressure to withdraw their signatures. So maybe something might have happened over the weekend where maybe some members decided now to change tact and maybe decide to support to let the chair and vice chair carry on with their mandate. Remember, this particular committee, the majority are members from the Jubilee administration, from the Jubilee allied party. and maybe having a section of them also maybe seeking oust of the chair and the vice chair, then maybe it would have not augured well for Jubilee in this particular committee, which is being chaired by its members, or members who are sympathetic to the administration. So maybe over the weekend there's been a lot of lobbying. That's why maybe members decided those who had appended their signatures out of the 29, remember 20, only 9 members had not appended their signatures. But maybe there could have been a change of tact, and maybe some want to withdraw, maybe either due to undue influence or pressure, or maybe something. But that's what members wanted. Like Dr. James Nyikal was saying, that because they are honorable members, the only honorable thing to do is to table the list, and then members who did sign the petition can now tell them, the other members, on why they decided to withdraw their signatures. Remember, this is not the first time that we have witnessed such cases in the National Assembly, where members append their signatures and later on we see them withdrawing. Remember, like when we had the debacle involving the former cabinet secretary for devolution, Anno Iguru, where at least members did sign a petition that had been put forward by Nandi Hills legislator Alfred Keter, only for it to be for some again to decide to withdraw their signatures. So it is a matter that has been it's not a new thing in the National Assembly. It has happened, and this is not the Health Committee is not the first one that we are seeing. Remember, before that we also had similar cases bedeviling the Lands Committee. Early this year, the Defence Committee had similar issues. Last year we had the National Security Committee also facing similar matters with their chairpersons and vice chairpersons. So it is a matter that we'll be watching keenly to see how it will ebb out.